Hello, my wonderful people. Greetings to you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. We don't arrive again. This message is from all the whole obedient. And I know say there's an Igbo adage that says, "Otu onye shiri ora, ora ericha, ịdago but ora share ofu onye aha ya emegini, ya herichanwu." According to English interpretation, said if one person cook for the public it's very easy for all of them to eat it and finish it up. But if that same public gather and cook for one person, hey, my brother, wala deo. Why do I use this adage or this proverb? Is this a case of two-faced and old haggard that call himself laureate, noble laureate? That is nothing noble about him. People who are noble, the likes of Chinua Achebe, they are the ones that stand for what is right until the day they end their grave. But this so-called Soyinka have been trending on the line of Emiloko. It is our turn, and he begin to attack Peter Obi again. Even when Peter Obi, nobody, not even the obedience, send him. So this time around, all the whole obedient, where they home and abroad, they don't gather, cook for him. Say, this man, all this bege, where they look for, say, you don't collect them. Now, as I talk to you now, one of the ears of Wole Soyinka is not hearing again. They don't use Corso, and even they use Ogusel to wait for them. Say, this man, say you go see Sege, when you don't come out again, begin to attack Peter Obi. He traveled all the way from Nigeria to South Africa to give a speech. Instead of this man to concentrate on the issues or on the main matters of what they call it, the lecturer or the program which they attended there, he started calling Peter Obi again, telling them that Peter Obi is forcing people to believe lies. And when I arise TV hosts, the likes of Ruben Abati, Ayo, what did they call him, Rufai Oseni, and OJ, they are analyzing this news. They made it clear to everybody that if there's anything that is lies about this concluded election, it's not even from Labour Party or Peter Obi, but from the so-called INEC, who says A and went ahead to do B. But nobody is calling out all these people. But the issue there itself is this: how can everybody, including so-called Roleta Onochie, the suspended and incarcerated NDDC chairperson, nobody is calling Atiku. Atiku is the same court that Peter Obi went. Atiku is even approaching a Supreme Court the same way Peter Obi is approaching. But nobody is tackling Atiku Abubakar. Then the issue and the question there is this: why? They keep on saying that the obedient are the one that used to attack people on the online and the offline. But when you check this in very well, you find out that this thing is just the opposite of it. Go to Twitter or X now, you write anything concerning Tinubu, I tell you 1,000,001 people will attack you. Go and write about Peter Obi. People will come and give you reasons why you need to believe with Peter Obi. The ideology of the obedience is quite different from the thoughts that's following APC and PDP. And that is why these people have seen that ideology and see where these people are going. And the only way they can distract them is to be giving them unnecessary allegations from left, right, and center. Anyway, as it stands now, Wole Soyinka, he don't collect woto. Make on hear the headline. You are double-faced, blind to truth. Labour Party blast Wole Soyinka over attack on Peter Obi. As it stands now, most of the deeper life pastors don't they resign. Waiting cause the problem. Simply because their own general overseer, I be the founder of the church, where his name be Kumuyi, they don't find out, say this man now, saying they eat in the same pot with the so-called president of the Fulani government of Nigeria and the president of APC, Tinubu. All of them say they cannot accept it because most of all these pastors in these churches, they are eating from the scratch. Despite the fact that their general overseer have many universities, I mean one of the best universities you can think of in Nigeria. But the poor pastors serving under them are eating from the scratch, eating grass instead of as onye neano na lazy adejoko alam more. But in this scenario, they are going to occur alam more. According to English interpreter, and I beg, before I forget, they said anyone that his father is in heaven will not go to hellfire. But look at all these pastors. So now they don't discover, say, this man and the Tunumbu, say two of them now the same thing. That is when they realize their mistakes of being a pastor in Kumuyi Church. Deeper Life pastors resigns over Kumuyi's support of Tunumbu's administration. It's one of the headlines. Then another one here is APC pushing Nigerians to the wall. PDP says after board of trustee meeting that they had yesterday. And if I may ask, or if we were allowed to analyze this issue of APC pushing Nigerians to the wall, if PDP could have done well, I don't see the reason why APC will come into the picture to take over the mantle of leadership from them. But during the 16 years of leadership, Nigeria turned to a charade. Insecurity, poverty, rising of inflation, and the rest of them. Debt to the GDP and every other thing rise to the highest. Anyway, another situation we'll have here. We're gonna see one of the problems we're having in Nigeria. Ogun State, a local government chairman who accused the Governor Abiodun of fund diversion, impeached. Nobody can say the truth. Once you say the truth, the same people you are fighting, you are fighting the cause of poverty in our land, they will impeach you. The same Abiodun, when this man accused the governor, most of them go to this man's office and begin to worship him like God. When you say the truth, my dear, they will impeach you because nobody, if you ask them now, they say you want to take out food from my mouth. Now the people will want to do the country well, but tomorrow that same people will come out now and gather and begin to call the presidency and the governor that the one that spoil things. But be in their midst and say the truth, my dear brothers, your life and your position is at risk. National grid power restored after blackout across the whole Nigeria. This is under APC. This national grid have fallen more than 100 times. Anyway, my wonderful people, I beg, let's go straight to the reason why we are here. Remember, you need to share, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Turn on the notification icon so that you'll be notified each time we go live or post something new on this channel. The Labour Party has chided Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka over his recent comment against the party's presidential candidate in the last selection, Peter Obi. According to Daily Post, records that the literary giant had in an interview wondered why Peter Obi claimed to have won the February 25th selection. According to Soyinka, Obi did not win that election. I was in a monitoring organization. I can say categorically that Peter Obi's party came third, not even second, and the leadership knew it. But they want to do what we call in Yoruba language, bajel, that is force of lies. Reacting, Peter Obi in a statement, Labour Party in a statement issued on Thursday night by its National Publicity Secretary, Obiora Ifo, accused Soyinka of being blind to the truth. The party questioned why the Nobel laureate was moved when some elements threatened Lagos residents to leave the state prior to the elections. He said nothing. The statement read partly, the Labour Party took note of the statement that emanates from the Nobel laureate, Professor Wole Soyinka, whom as an institution we have the utmost respect for. He is a Nigerian whose accomplishments in the literary world are without doubt intimidating. However, we beg to disagree with his prognosis and personal opinion on the performance of our party during the 2023 general elections. The facts are before the courts, and out of respect for our judiciary, we will reserve our comment until the Supreme Court makes a final pronouncement. We understand that the literary giant is human and thus susceptible to emotions, and probably said what he said based on information made available to him by those who share the Ebilokon sentiment. In Yoruba, Bajao refers to fraudulent activities like age, name or certificate forgery, 419 or narcotic trafficking, all of which are issues in the 2023 selections but not on the Labour Party's part. Bajao in Yoruba also literally means slap him or her in the face. Have all Nigerians not been slapped sufficiently in the face? Thanks to this man of letters for bringing this out, I belt. Advently, it is rather interesting that the erudite prof is not saying the truth. Soyinka, who owned up to having an electoral monitoring unit, conveniently glossed over INEC's larger man, leading to substantial non-compliance and erosion of constitutional dictates. Just as they conveniently glozed over the INEC's advance budget of February 25th that has subsequently installed the king of Bajau in Aso Rock. And the Yaram, now you bring yourself out to Soyinka, so anything where you see, make it collect from the obedience. It is most befitting as well as disconcerting that detribalized and activities of a Soyinka will succumb to the groupthink syndrome that subscribe to state capture by those belonging to the criminal fringe by any means. Based on primordial considerations, we really appreciate him for at least giving some credit to Labour Party and his presidential candidate for breaking the monopoly of power hitherto held by the two other parties. We also noted this administration of his willingness to be part of a demonstration which could be based on the banner of truth. However, we are aware that Soyinka resides in Lagos State and he was in Nigeria in February 25th when the elections held in Nigeria. He was probably with a glee when a certain individual in Lagos warned non-Asians to vote a particular political party or risk being deported to their place of birth, and he never condemned it. No, all of them is a part of the system, so he cannot condemn it. But when Peter Obi come out to make any single statement, they will twist it and say Peter Obi have said this and said that. He was there when the ballot boxes were snatched by thugs in a polling booth right in front of his house. He didn't condemn it. We are still looking for where he came out to condemn the unprovoked attacks on our supporters in Lagos by members of the ruling All Progressive Congress, APC, during the last selections, according to Obiora Ifo. Deeper Life Church, they don't witness some showdown. Their pastors don't they live one after the other. A pastor of Deeper Life Bible Church, 84 Nobi Road, Nnewi, Anambra State, Ogueze Vinicius Chinyerugo, has resigned as the district pastor of the church on account of the apparent support of the general superintendent and the head of the church, William Kumuyi, for the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Okute News record that Kumuyi had urged Nigerians to forget about the past and accept Tinubu's administration. However, the statement was greeted with the virus backlash from the opposing parties. Speaking via a letter dated August 23 of 2023, Chinyerugo said he was resigning from his pastoral assignment following the viral video of Kumuyi diving into politics by supporting Tinubu's administration. In the letter addressed to the regional overseer, Deeper Life Bible Church, Chinyerugo stated that Kumuyi had made a grave mistake by making such a comment. Let them be liberal. The clergyman lamented that he felt humiliated and disappointed after watching the video clip. The letter reads, in part, I write this note with a great burden, bearing in mind its far-reaching spiritual implications. I feel that our Father in the Lord and our General Superintendent, Dr. Wilfred Kumuyi, have made a costly mistake, and there is no way for me to effectively convey my mind to him than resigning as the pastors of the above district. Effective from today, the 23rd of August 2023, I thereby resign from my position as the district pastor. My decision was taken after watching the video which I forwarded to you, where he advised Nigerians to support the government and the ministers because, according to him, they will perform, especially going by their antecedents. And I asked, which are their antecedents? Minister of Defense is even the state now is still in war. Bandits have taken over almost all the whole local government. Minister of Defense, Matawale. Honestly, I was devastated and felt terrible, humiliated and disappointed after watching the clip. For the records, I became born again on April 10, 1984 as an undergraduate under the Christian Union And later in that year, I joined Deeper Life after months of searching for a church that reflects the Bible. Why not? I could not have left the world only to fool myself and surrender myself again to be deceived. I have not been disappointed since I joined the church. God has so graciously used the pastor to mold my Christian life and, of course, the life of many others. He has also, by words and conduct, taught us to mind the kingdom business and to refrain from dabbling into political matters. He had exemplified this teaching for several decades by steering clear of political controversies until lately, because they have given him enough to chop. But I don't know how much where they pay him to make that statement. Most debilitating was his visit in 2019 to the president of Nigeria then, Muhammadu Buhari, at a time when the Nigerians, Christians, pagans, Muslims and atheists were wishing and praying for him to exit, while Nigerians with their short memories are trying to forget that visit belonged to such an insensitive leader, a tribal and religious bigot. Our pastor has committed another terrible blunder. He has recommended this present administration, in which every detail about the administration is antithetical to the pastor's preaching. Well, in another development, APC pushing Nigerians to the wall, according to PDP, says after Board of Trustee meetings. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, has accused the ruling All Poverty Congress, APC, of causing extreme hardship for Nigerians with the politics introduced by the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The major opposition party said the policies of the Tinubu government are pushing Nigerians into extreme poverty and, except giving due attention, is capable of snowballing into a serious crisis if not urgently addressed. It added that the policies are ill-timed and hastily implemented. The PDP, in a communique read by the acting chairman of the East BOT, Senator Adolfo Wabara, after their meeting on Thursday in Abuja, added that they won't allow Nigeria to become a one-party state. The BOT expressed serious concerns over the excruciating hardship, worsening insecurity, and the general sense of apprehension and despondency across the country, occasioned by the hasty implementation of planned policies of the overtly insensitive APC administration. The BOT is seriously worried over the continual fall in the value of the naira arising from the ill-implemented policies of the APC, with attendant devastating negative effect on the economy, resulting in agonizing high cost and unbearable pressure on families across the country. The BOT laments that the APC is pushing Nigerians to the wall and worry that the level of poverty and anger in the polity over the suppression of rule of APC is capable of snowballing into a serious crisis if not urgently addressed. On the outcome of the 2020 presidential selection tribunal, which affirmed Bola Tinubu's victory at the polls, the PDP faulted the decision of the tribunal judges and vowed to seek redress at the Supreme Court. It said the tribunal ruled in favor of Tinubu and the APC in spite of the evidence clearly pointing to the contrary. Still yet, they went ahead to rule against other parties. Anyway, my wonderful people, my viewers and subscribers, anyway, we're on a day, make on a continue to share this message as we take our last message. Ogun local government chairman who accused Governor Abiodun of fund diversion impeached. The suspended chairman of the Ijebu East local government area of Ogun State, Wole Adedayo, has been impeached by councillors in the local government. According to the news, Okute News learned that Adedayo was impeached over allegations of financial misappropriation and diversion of council funds, among other allegations made against him. The development was disclosed in a statement released by the leader of the Legislative Council of the local government, Honorable Fachi Akindele. According to the news, he said the embattled council board was suspended after he owned up to the allegations levels against him. The statement reads, the councillors of Ijebu East local government area of Ogun State earlier today impeached the suspended chairman of the local government, Honorable Wole Adedayo, over allegations of financial misappropriation and diversion of council funds, among other allegations made against him. After a series of invitations by the House, which were ignored in the past, Adedayo eventually appeared before the Legislative Council today as the councillors continued their probe of the chairman. The suspended chairman owed up before the full House of 11 councillors that he diverted federal allocations sent to the council by the state government and used them for purposes other than what the state government approved. Adedayo also agreed that he spent the council funds till August 2023, even when the budget was yet to be approved, whereas the laws only allow him to spend till March of 2023. Adedayo also opened up that he used 5.2 million naira to produce 20 pieces of chairs and tables instead of 290 chairs that the money was meant for, as approved by the state government. On the issue of illegal levies and strikers to commercial transport operators in the local government, Adedayo said he thought the House had passed the bill to that effect, but the leader of the House reminded him that a bill, if passed by the House, would not have been jointly signed by the leader of the House and the council chairman. That the chairman has run full of the laws of the land, specifically the Ogun State local government laws of 2006, and committed serious impeachable offences, was therefore established. After 3 hours of deliberation, the impeachment of the chairman was put to vote. 5 councillors voted for his impeachment, 4 voted against, with 1 abstention. Therefore, the leader of the House pronounced Mr. Wole Adedayo impeached as the chairman of Ijebu East local government area. Adedayo had earlier accused the state government, Dapo Abiodun, of fund diversion, and he is equally guilty of that same offense. What a word. This country will not kill me. Okay, it's equally what do they call it? Is equally guilty of what is accusing another person. Anyway, let us take this one. Make una forgive me. Power supply has been restored in Nigeria hours after a nationwide blackout following the collapse of the national grid on Thursday morning. The Eco Electricity Distribution Company, in a post on its X, formerly Twitter, handle, disclosed that the electricity has been restored. The post reads, "Dear valued customer, kindly be informed that the power supply has been restored from the grid. Thank you for your patience." Okute News report that there had been a blackout in the country's major cities and towns due to the grid failure on Thursday. As of 4 a.m. on Thursday, 5 generating plants were on the grid. Afam VI had 0.70 megawatts. Dandewa was generating 000 megawatts. Ibom Power had 32.9 megawatts, and so on and so forth. A report by The Guardian said the grid dropped to a meager 273 megawatts of electricity in the early hours of Thursday. According to the paper, the 273 megawatts are got from 2 out of the over 27 electricity generation. A number of the distribution companies confirmed to The Guardian that the grid went down at 00:41 a.m., disclosing that most of their feeders were out. Well, my wonderful people, make gonna do this one, they step down. Be right back with another blockbuster. Until I come your way, gonna still remain your one and only Okute Daily Talk. Share this message.